The Chessco Show. The Chessco Show.
And we're recording. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chessco Show. I'm your host, Matt Chessco, and here is the co-host, Audre Vini. Audre is actually my girlfriend, and I'm her boyfriend. And this is our dog, Philu, and he's not a co-host because he doesn't speak English.
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't know what language he speaks because we never actually taught him anything. So, no language. And the goal of the podcast is just to invite artists, talk about their art, and not just artists, also like interesting people. We just want to have good conversations and meet people who have amazing stories. And this week is the first episode, and it's gonna be different from the other episodes that will come afterwards because Audre is actually the co-host, but today she's actually the guest. So I'm gonna ask her questions about her art career, and hopefully you guys can get to know her better, and hopefully everybody has a good time. So hey Audre, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Philu is tired right now, but 5 seconds ago he was running everywhere. Oh, he's eating the thing right there.
Corn.
Okay, so before we start, I just have a little disclaimer. I want to tell everybody that we know we have a weird accent. Sexy accent. Our first language is French Canadian. It's different than French from France. It's French with a twist. It's a thick accent when we speak in English. We know, but we are going to do it anyway. It's going to be a challenge for us, but just deal with it. And you don't have to comment on it. We know it's funny, but
it's not funny. It's the best. It's exotic.
It is.
People love it.
Okay, so now that I mentioned this, second thing I want to mention is that you look beautiful today. You look handsome.
Well,
I
darling,
love you.
I love you too. What's that for?
Did I make
Thank
you nervous?
No, I'm just surprised and happily surprised. I'm super happy. I'm sweating. I'm hot right now.
Do you have any question for me, Matt?
Yeah. What are you drinking?
Just water with some spice.
A little bit of spice. Sparkle water.
Yeah.
So I want to know, let's get to the beginning of like your art journey. Mm-hmm. So Audre is probably like one of the most talented artists I know. Maybe the most talented artist I know. And I'm not saying this because you're my girlfriend, but you're really talented. And like every time you do something artistically, something artistic.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And every time you do something, it's always different from everything I've seen in my whole life. And every time you do something, you like create your own artistic style while you do the thing. And so it's just crazy. It just baffles me to see your art every time you do something. It's so original, so creative. And I want people to know like how you got into art. Have you always been an artistic person? How long have you been drawing or painting or just doing digital art? Since when do you really like art and your art into art in general?
Well, thank you so much. It's very flattering. Thank you. One thing about me is that I do not have one style. I will always touch everything, anything crafty, sewing, painting, drawing, anything. I want to touch every single side of art. I don't want to find my own style. I don't think it's for me at all. I just want to try everything. And I've always been obsessed with drawing, like color pencils. When I was a kid, it was my first favorite activity ever. I would annoy my friends. I wanted to draw all the time, draw on my face with like those special makeup pencils for kids.
So you used to be a makeup artist.
Yes.
Do makeup artists speak like this? Like, what happened there?
Yes. But yeah, I used to draw like cats on my face, princess makeup. I would always want to draw. And then for a long time I stopped. And then I picked up
How long?
Like years. I picked up the pencil again when I was like around 14, 15.
Wait, when did you stop? Like, when you were like 8 or 9?
Yeah, around like 8 or 9, I just stopped drawing. Oh, I did won a drawing contest when I was like 8, and then after that, I stopped.
Oh, you won a art contest.
Yeah, when I was in school,
What was it?
I had to draw like a huge bird, and I won that contest, and I gained some
Hashtag brag.
brag. I gained some confidence, but then I don't remember anything. Like I think I stopped drawing for a bit, and after that I remember drawing. I wanted to do realistic drawing, and I was really obsessed with Zac Efron when it was high
Shout
school.
out to Zach.
Yeah, not anymore. When it was High School Musical, so I decided to draw him because I would always draw out of passion to just like express myself. So I thought it was so beautiful, so I decided to draw realistic drawing, and it was kind of impressive. I was like 14, 15 at the time, and my parents were like, "That's your first realistic drawing? Like, what the hell? You haven't drawn in years, and what's that?"
So it was just with pencil.
Yeah, I was black and white drawing, just pencil drawing, and they were really impressed with the shading and everything. But yeah, so I drew Zac Efron. It was okay. I was proud of myself. And then I started college. I was I was 17, and I drew Miley Cyrus, another thing I was obsessed with.
Shout out to Miley.
Shout out to still obsessed with. And it was really good. Of course, I was getting better at drawing just because I was being more mature, and I don't know. And I realized that like being proud of myself was the key to my happiness. Like being proud of what I was creating stuff was just the key to my happiness.
So creating things makes you happy because it looks good and you're proud of yourself.
Well, creating things and being good at it, because there's nothing I hate more than trying something and being bad at it. I have little tantrums.
Tantrums?
I hate being bad. I need to be good on the first try. So that's something I have to work on.
Wait, is that a trait of ADHD people?
I don't know. Actually,
you
don't
have
know.
ADHD,
Yeah,
right?
diagnosed.
Sorry, I don't know if you wanted to talk about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Sorry.
Maybe that's why like I have so many styles, and I can't stick to one thing. I have short term, like I can't focus on one thing. But yes, I forgot what we were talking about. I forgot.
I don't know either. No, just kidding. So you were talking about the fact that you cannot do like different things and you can only focus on one thing at the same time.
I remember
You
that.
only do
The other thing. Oh yeah, okay. The key to my happiness is to be proud of myself, creating stuff and be good at it. And I was good at drawing without practicing. So the thing you do when you're good at something, you stop doing it.
when you're good.
I'm kidding. I just stopped drawing after that. After the Miley Cyrus drawing, I just lost interest. And then I started drawing portrait again. Just one, and it was good. Now today I look at it and I'm like,
Wait, how old were you when you did the drawing?
I start again. So Miley Cyrus was 17, and then I stopped and I start again at 21.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was like my best drawing ever. When I look at it now, I don't think it's good. It doesn't look like a picture, but back then, like I thought it looked like the picture, and people were really impressed with it. It's really impressive, but it's not. I think I can do better now. And then I think like I stopped drawing. Maybe I would doodle or some, but I would never, like maybe every 6 months I did something, but I would never finish anything. That's the thing with all my drawings from the beginning. never finished it.
I think it's like lots of artists, they start stuff and then they see another opportunity to do like another painting, and then they stop whatever they're doing right now and then they move on to something else.
Yeah, it's the same
I
with music, musicians, and yeah.
I think it's like most creative people are like this.
Yeah.
Because like they're always thinking about the next thing they want to do, and like I don't know for you, but when I do a painting, like I see it in my mind's eye before I do it. So every time I do something, it's like I do it twice. So I do it first in my mind, and then I do it for real. So I think that's why like creative people get bored easily, because they see stuff in their heads and then they do it and like
They move on.
because they already did it once in their mind, and then they do it again and they just get bored because it's all finished in their mind.
I think that's it. But well, for me, that's it. Like I brainstorm, I have this idea, I create, and then I'm done. After that, it's just working, you know. But I learned to push it, and I will tell this later. But actually, I learned it from you, being with you, looking at you working, very inspiring. And I learned how to finish stuff. And now I think I finish everything I start. But I had to.
Oh, I made you do that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm so happy. I got to change your life for the better, right?
Oh my God. Yes. Like actually, yes.
Really?
From A to Z.
Wow.
Everything. You're the best.
Oh.
To finish my story. So yeah, that drawing was good. And then I stopped again. And then just before the pandemic, the big P.
The big pee-pee.
The big Pandora box. The big Pandoranium.
The big word.
I'm going to go. I'm kidding.
Audrey just left the podcast. I'm all by myself now. So I'm just going to talk about her and
so
guess
cute.
what she would answer to my questions.
No, for real. Okay, I'm gonna start again this sentence. So just before the pandemic, I was working at a bank, and I was like, I hate this job.
What were you doing at the bank? Were
Just
you like
I don't even want to talk about it. I just
so
want to
you
say,
were just working at the bank?
yeah, I was on the phone, refunding people.
Got it.
So, yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know. But since I was on the phone and my hands were free, I needed something to look up to. Like I need to wake up in the morning and I want to be looking forward to work, you know? And it's really easy for me. It could be food, it could be anything. But I was like, it's not a restaurant, there's no food. So it needs to be something. And I started like drawing every day, and I needed to finish the drawing as well and practice a new skill. So I started drawing cartoons I would find, and then I would draw them. I would try to like copy them without tracing.
Wait, so you were drawing as you were working at the same time?
At the same, yeah, multitasking. Every
Wow.
woman are able to do this. Girl power.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He don't know what to say anymore.
What?
Wait, what?
So you're drawing, you're working at the same time, and then what happens? Like, how did you move from working at the bank to being like a full-time artist?
Oh, good question. Good question, Matt. Yeah, so at the bank I was drawing one drawing a day, and people sometimes would pay me to draw something to give as a gift. So it happened like 3 times, and I was like, oh, cool, I can get money from just like drawing cartoon. And like I could, like people would ask me to
Wait,
draw
how
them.
much would they give you?
I would charge, you're going to be mad at me. I would charge $15 to a painting.
I was expecting
for a painting.
$5.
Yeah, 15.
Because you were working, and while you were working, you were also working on your art.
Yes.
So you were doing 2 jobs at the same time.
Yo, I used to say that all the time. Like, I'm being paid to do my passion right now. Because honestly, I was so happy working there while I was drawing. I was so happy, but there was still this thing. Working for a bank is not fun, and 9 to 5 it was killing me. But I would be so happy to wake up in the morning and work. For some reason I can't say the word morning. I don't know why. Morning.
GM, good morning.
So yeah, and then the pandemic.
The big P. The big P.
The big P was at its worst. It was like February. That word is hard too. February. Say it.
I don't think it's hard.
February.
You just have to...
February. Yeah, so I quit my job.
February 2021?
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Why do I act like I don't know? Like,
Yeah.
that's when we met.
Because did we? No.
We met in January
2021.
2021.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Wait, what did I say?
I don't know. You said 2020?
2021.
Honestly, I honestly don't know. I just know
It's
that
been a year and a half.
it's been 8 amazing years in my mind.
8 amazing years,
Yeah.
but it's been a year and a half.
Okay. It was
So
still amazing.
2021, February, you quit your job to become...
2020.
No.
Yeah, the
Oh, wait.
pandemic started 2020.
So, yeah, okay. Pardon me. I'm mixing two stories here.
Yeah.
So, you're working at the bank and then you quit your job at the bank because of what?
Because it's going to get deep, but I was burned out.
You did a burnout.
Yeah, I
At
was
the bank.
depressed. Yeah.
And how long did you work at the bank for?
I think it was a year and a half, but I could be wrong because I'm really bad. Like, I mean, I'm confused a lot when it comes to years and this time. I don't keep track because it's stressing me out. So I think it was a year and a half.
It might be like 10 years.
No, it might be 2, but it's like a year and a half.
Okay, so you worked there for a year and a half, and then one day you just quit your job because you did a burnout, and that's when
Yeah.
you actually became like an artist? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah, because I had 2 months of doing nothing before getting my next job, because I found a job after that, just like 2-3 days a week, selling food. Don't have to mention what that job was. Doesn't matter.
Was it illegal?
It was not. It's just that it's not a good memory.
I know the answer.
Labor is never a good memory. But
Labor?
Yeah, like working for someone is never a good memory.
Got it.
So I had 2 months for myself. It was the most, like the 2 months the most productive.
But you just did a burnout, and then you spent 2 months like drawing and creating stuff all day, every day.
Yeah, because it's mid-pandemic, right? So like I'm stuck at home, but I live alone in this great apartment, and I have all the tools, of course. Like I've always been collecting paint, everything since I'm a kid. Like I have all the art stuff. I have all this at home, and I just downloaded TikTok. I don't understand the concept, but I know I want to be a creator. So I just start creating on TikTok. It wasn't good. Like I didn't have a lot of viewers, but I was just motivated to create.
So what were you posting on TikTok?
So my best friend was paying me to draw a painting for her. So I was doing that and like trying all the effects on TikTok and just filming this. And then I had another project, and then I started doing lives on TikTok, because I think you needed like 1,000 or 2,000 followers. I gained 2,000. And then I was able to do some lives, and I had like 2 or 3 really important people that would encourage me and pay me to because I was painting on t-shirts. That was like the thing I liked the most during that 2 months break. I it was my new passion, painting on t-shirt. And that passion, I never get bored of it. Like still today, still my passion to draw on shirts and being a t-shirt designer and just like creating stuff with fabric.
You did your own t-shirt.
Yeah, that's a t-shirt I created.
Self-love. So can people buy this shirt?
Absolutely, on my website.
What's your website?
It's audrevini.com, audrevini.com. I will link it again on the page of the
Am I a good
Instagram
actor?
page.
Because I act like I don't know stuff and that
No,
I
you're
ask
not.
you.
No, you're
I'm not a good actor. So
No.
actually, the t-shirt I'm wearing, it's actually a painting we did together.
Yes, it is.
And I think of all the paintings I ever did, this is my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
I think lots of people.
Well, this one is
love-
my favorite.
Yeah, this one is
This
pretty
one.
cool. I mean, it's us.
Yeah.
That's why we like it because
Yeah.
we're a little selfish.
So cute.
Did you ask for consent?
Yeah. Okay.
The
So-
dog is passed out right now.
Yes.
So let's get back to your story. So
Yeah.
you started posting on TikTok, and
It was a form of motivation because people there was like 2, 3, 4 people who were like, are you going to do a live tomorrow? Are you going to post? So that thing, and I would receive some Instagram DM and it was like, that's why I would get up in the morning and create stuff. Otherwise I would sleep all the time.
so you're between two jobs.
Yeah.
You have 2 months. You create all day, every day, and you post on TikTok. And then what happens? Did you start working at the other job, or like did you start making enough money right then, or like what? How was it? What happened next?
So like those 2 months were like the best 2 months of my life until I met Matt. And like I'm not saying this to be nice, but like it was awesome. It was summer. I was creating every day, and I had, it's like I still received my bank pay, but without because it was a sick leave, so I was paid for a 2 months break, and then after the 2 months I quit because I just couldn't emotionally handle it because of the pandemic. And so I didn't have to care about money, and all I could do was anything I want during the day. So I was so productive. And then I started that restaurant job right after. And again, like it was even worse than the bank. I'm not difficult, but it was not a good job. It was not. And
You mean you didn't like it?
it's not that I didn't like it. It's just it's not a good job for anybody because of what happened there. And like it was just not okay to sell food at that place because there was rats and
There were rats at the restaurant?
yeah,
Wow.
and all the things that I don't resonate with. So I did not respect. Oh, I don't want to say this,
Oh, you
but
don't have to say anything.
yeah, so I just it was not great. I didn't like the energy there. I was the only employee, so I had a lot of my shoulders, and it was difficult. And I was still in a burnout, so I needed a longer break. But I didn't know. I had to work to live. I had to work to pay my rent. I have nothing else. So I was working. I realized that I was able to work just 2 days a week, and I would be able to afford my rent. And food, I was able to eat at work. So that was perfect. Two days a week left me with so many other days to do whatever I want. But the thing is, I was not able to do anything.
On the
because
other days?
The 2 days was so draining that the other days I would be like paralyzed and I couldn't do anything. And so I would always be like, I'm gonna quit tomorrow. And then blah blah blah. And then it's been a year. And then one day one of my best friend, Marilou, at the time she was not my best friend, she was just a friend. She asked me to be part of her team. She's a singer. We're probably gonna receive her on our podcast.
Yeah,
But
shout out to Marilu.
Marilou. Her artist name is Mary Jeans. She asked me to be part of her team because she was funded by the government to create a project, and her project was an album and events related to that and video clips. So she wanted to release an album. So the government, am I saying this right?
The government.
Government. Oh my God, so embarrassing. They would pay us weekly to create this project, which was a blessing because it was a whole year. So I was like, okay, so I can quit my job,
Can quit the jog.
my job, and I can work with her and create. Oh, she hired me for drawing and designing everything, like flyers, T-shirts, and the album artwork, which is what I like to do. So for a whole year, I was paid by the government. So I quit my job instantly. That was the best time ever. And at the same moment, Matt and I, we started living together. So that was not the happiest time, but that was the biggest relief.
Yeah,
So
and one thing I realized when I met you is you were like, I felt like I saved you from a life of, I felt like you didn't deserve to do the job you were doing. Because like, you're one of the smartest people I know. You're super beautiful. You're so talented. You're so nice. Like you have all the skills, all the talents, and all the qualities. And when I met you and you were working at the restaurant, I felt like you had so much potential, and it was actually making me sad to see that you were wasting your potential in working there instead of like using your talents to do something great and just do something you love. And I think so when we met, you were working there, and after like 2-3 months, I think you dropped your job at the restaurant, and then you started working for Marilou.
yeah, but the thing is, it's because like I didn't believe that as an artist you could make money. I thought it was like 1 in a million, and I was not that 1 in a million. Like I was like kind of like lazy, mentally lazy. Like I didn't even dare to dream to do that full time. I was like that's just a passion, you know? It's
Yeah, and I think, sorry to interrupt, but
Go
I
ahead.
think these days it's so easy. I mean, not so easy, but it's way easier to promote your art than it was like 30 years ago.
yeah.
And also like 30 years ago, if you wanted to be an artist and you wanted to promote your art, you had to go and do exhibitions. And if you were lucky, maybe you would get featured in the newspapers or in a magazine.
Yeah.
Or maybe they would talk about you on TV. And like if you were good at marketing, maybe like 10,000 people would see your art the first year. And like these days, anybody can create like a TikTok account. And even if you have 3 followers, you can post a video and get like 1 million views in 24 hours on TikTok.
Yeah.
And like people underestimate the potential of social media.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was.
Yeah,
Even
and-
though I would see it with my TikTok, I'd be like, because there was one where I had like 100,000 views, and I was drawing a T-shirt. I was showing my design, and people were like, I want it. But still, I was like, it happened, but it's not gonna be like this. Like
Yeah,
I
and
was
also-
pessimistic so much.
Yeah, that's understandable. And also I think like you said it yourself. Like I think so many people believe that it's really hard to live from your art. And I think the goal of like the podcast and like the pop art
Yeah.
cats we're doing, the NFT collection we're doing.
We
the
want to help artists.
The goal is to promote artists.
Yeah.
And I feel like these days people consume so much content online, so many videos, people spend so many hours every day looking at TikTok, Instagram, looking at pictures, videos of artists. And I think this opens up more opportunities for artists to sell their art.
Yeah.
And I think like 30 years ago, before internet and social media, like a few people cared about art,
Yeah.
but like not that many people. But now art is so like omnipresent. It's
It's
everywhere.
the prime time.
Yeah, I think it's the prime time of art and
Yeah.
entertainment in general. Like people spend so much time every day just being entertained, right?
Yeah. Me, myself.
Looking at podcasts,
all
looking
the
at
time,
videos, looking at YouTube, watching movies,
Anything.
and I think we're as like human beings. I think humanity is entering like an era of entertainment, and so
Which is scary a little bit.
I think it's actually exciting.
For you, but for not for some people, it's the scariest thing ever. You know?
Why do you think people are scared?
Because
Because it's unknown.
not it's unknown, but it's like we know like everything is fake, kind of like we're not looking in real life. We're not meeting real people, but we're getting the information in, which is really overwhelming. And I mean, we could talk about this for hours, but for us as artists, it's the prime time, and we want to share the luck we had with our art, especially you, with emerging artists who were like me, who are like I was a couple months ago. But just to be back to my story.
Yes, let's get back.
Oh, sorry, Philou. So I had a year with the government, and I just recently finished that year. And then I was like, where am I? Like, do I have to work again? And then now I'm part of many projects with Matt, and he helped me like become a full-time artist, and I learned so much from him because he's so productive, and he introduced me to a whole new world, like how to analyze algorithm and how to understand how to market your work, and like you can literally live from it. And we're gonna show that to other people. We're gonna teach them. We're gonna try to make their dream come true, just like you did to me. And now, like, I have the best life ever. I am so grateful to be part of your team, to help you make creative decisions, to help you with colors, just like this painting. I help you with the colors. To help you
Audrey helps
paint.
me with everything. Like
To just like anything art related, and to be able to live from it is a dream come true. And I really, and you do as well, we really want to share this luck with other people.
yeah, because I think we were like I've been doing art for like 2.5 years, and I think I was lucky because I started art as TikTok became a thing.
Yeah, but you're lucky, but you're still really good. Like you're talented and you're an engineer, so it's like in your blood to like start from nothing and build something huge. But
Yeah, I really think I'm lucky, but I think I created my luck by doing lots of things and analyzing the market and being at the right place at the right moment.
okay,
Like I
get
don't
it.
think I ended up on TikTok by chance. I think I saw TikTok, I saw the opportunity, I got, and I went I spent all my time doing TikTok videos, and it paid off. And I think I consider myself as a successful artist, and now
You are, I confirm.
I want to give back because I think it's really hard to live from your art. And even myself, like in the beginning, I didn't know how to make money from my art, and it can be really challenging. Even if you have like millions of views, it's hard to transform the viewers into a buyer.
Because when it's not your reality, you don't know that it exists. Like you actually don't know, and you created that for yourself. You like my favorite saying is fake it till you make it. Like, you're selling your painting at $15 like I used to. Well, you're telling people that it's worth $15. But then if you're like, it's worth $200, I spent many, many hours on this. That's a price. You're telling people that it's worth that amount of money, you know?
Yeah,
So
exactly. Because what's the difference between like a $50 painting and a $1 million painting?
there's none.
What do you mean there's none?
Well, the painting is still the same, but I don't know. I don't know.
Like, let's say I made this painting right here.
yeah.
I spent like 100 hours, and then I say you can buy it for $500.
So your time is worth no money.
That means my time is worth $5 per hour.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
But
not that
let's
good
say-
in
let's-
math.
Let's say I tell you it's worth $500,000.
I'm like, okay. Like, I have the opportunity to buy this from him, and his time is worth. Tell the number.
500,000 divided by 100 is $5,000 an hour.
So smart.
It took me like 2 minutes to get it right, but I'm super smart, right?
Yes.
But I think like people don't like it. I think when you're beginning to be an artist, it's you want to sell your art so bad that you don't want to overprice it.
No.
I think that's everybody's
Yeah.
problem. That's why like the beginners, like people who are just getting started, they have like 1,000 followers. They list their paintings for like $200.
But at the same time, you can be torn between the two. You want your art, your art to be worth the amount of time you're spending, but also you want everyone to be able to afford it. So it's kind of difficult. I
Yeah.
think I'm always going to be torn between the two. Like, I want my t-shirts that I'm selling, my prints, to be affordable, but at the same time, there's some stuff that I sell that I'm losing money selling them. But I
Like
just
what?
like, if my prints, some of my shirts, sometimes if I have someone like messaging me on Instagram, I make them a special price, or if I have a discount code, I'm not making any money with it.
So guys, don't go buy prints or shirts
No, you
from
can.
Audrey. She's gonna lose money.
I don't mind.
Why don't you increase the prices?
Because it was so important for me at the beginning to be affordable for everybody. Like, I don't care about making money from it because I don't need it.
Oh, got it.
So I don't care if if I make zero money, that's the perfect situation for me, because
If you break even,
yeah, but sometimes it does cost me more. Like, because shipping is like, for example, is $10, but it's way more if it's another country. But I still put it at $10 just from laziness, and also because I want it to be cheap.
but I think I think the problem is not that artists like underprice their art, but it's also that people who buy art, they don't realize how much time it actually
yeah.
takes to do something great.
Yeah.
And like, if you spend 100 hours on a painting, like, I think you should price it at least like $2,000, like $20 an hour.
And that's considered like very low as in the art industry. And but normal people that are not into art, are not people who collect art, think it's really expensive, and they get mad at this.
Yeah, and they don't understand why it's overpriced. Why the
Yeah.
price is like 2,000. And I don't know. I have no idea how we can change this.
I don't have an answer for that. Like, honestly, we are both torn between making it available and also like being paid enough for it. And it's always going to be a challenge, I think.
And I think everybody on the planet should have a favorite artist and should encourage buy something from their favorite artist.
I love local artists. artist from Quebec, from Montreal. I
Who's your favorite artist from Montreal?
I have so many.
Just say one.
So
The first that comes
because
to
I have
mind.
friends, so I can't.
First
Okay,
that comes to mind.
someone who's not my friend, and I buy her art all the time. All the time. I mean, I buy sometimes. It's teen adult.
Teen Adult. Shout out to Teen Adult.
Yeah, I really like her.
What do you like about her art?
Well, I had like her as a person first. I think she's so sweet. I met her in real life. You met her in real life. She's so sweet. She's beautiful. Also, I love her art. It's inclusive. It's beautiful. It's unique. She has her own style, and it's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's really unique.
And it fits any decor if you buy her prints. And she's doing. Oh, she's so productive. Like she's so inspiring. She's so productive. So she's my favorite artist, and I love to buy her stuff. And I would love to get her on the podcast as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
But why are we talking about it?
I don't know, but all I can think about is I'm not your favorite artist. Just kidding.
You're my favorite person in the whole world.
Really? And am I your favorite animal, or is it Philou?
It's this one.
This one, the little dog. So,
Baby.
so right now these days, like, what's your life? What's your schedule like?
Well, I'm still sure. Like I've never, like from that burnout, I never really took a break, except that year I was paid by the government. I was unable to like get up. It's when I started living with you. I was just like, since I had no stress of making money and paying for rent, well, I had a little bit, but my body stopped functioning. I was sleeping all the time. I was still really happy. My brain was happy, but my body could not follow. And I would help you from now and then with your paintings, but I did not create anything on I create a little bit of projects. And then it lasted around like almost a year. And then I started medication for ADHD and it changed my life also.
For the best.
Yeah. And I started being productive, just like we moved also into our apartment here. And I started like just creating deco for the apartment. And you started having more and more projects. So I started helping you more. And I'm still struggling with productivity, which is why we pushed that podcast episode so far in the schedule. But I'm getting better and better.
Well, I think, like, if you have a lot of things to do, that's when you get productive. Because
Yeah,
that's
the
how I see it.
deadline gets
Maybe I'm
me.
wrong, but the way I see it is when you have lots of things to do, it gives you a reason to procrastinate a few things by doing the other things. And that's when you
Okay.
actually, what do you mean? Okay.
Like,
You agree,
I
or-
get it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you agree? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong.
It depends,
maybe I'm
because
wrong.
it could be, if there's too many things, it's overwhelming, and then
And then you do nothing
I do nothing.
until it's like the last day to do
Exactly.
whatever.
For me, it's a deadline. It's also like we're getting a place to, because our studio is at home. That's not helping me. Like I need to get up, get dressed, and go outside, and then I'm good. I have a normal, neurotypical day. But if I'm at home in my pajama and I need to paint, I'm gonna push that till it's last minute. I'm still struggling with that. I'm sure so many people are
But
struggling.
I
with.
heard that a lot. Like
Yeah.
I've heard once that if you're working from home, the best thing you can do is get dressed. Because if you stay in your pajamas or, like your comfortable clothes, then you will feel at home and when you feel at home, then like you don't want to do anything. You just want to chill and watch Netflix and
But
eat
I
and-
still can't do it. I don't want to ruin my, like, I don't want to ruin my clothes. Like, I'm still going to do nothing if I get dressed and stay at home. I need to go somewhere, work. But right now we're still at home. We're going to get our office soon, but I'm still trying to work. Like, for example, like I had to finish this painting I started a year ago, but now that all my stuffs are out, this painting is like all ready to be painted. I'm productive because all I need to do is pick up the pencil or the brush and paint. But setting up the painting and the paints took me a year.
So
Isn't it crazy?
It's easier for you to start something
No.
when everything is ready
to
to
continue
be picked up.
something.
Yeah, exactly. So if to continue doing your painting, every time you had to like take out the canvas and the paintbrushes,
That's too much. It's
like everything has to be
overwhelming.
ready, and you just arrive and you pick up the brush and you start painting right away.
And then the work I have to do for you, I don't really have this issue because I
don't feel like you work for me. I feel like we work together.
Yeah. But the thing I do, the thing I create for your brand is I just imitate you. I don't know. What is he doing?
I thought
He's
he was
smelling.
puking.
Me too. He's smelling. But I just like, I saw you do it, so I just like imitate you so I can do it from A to Z. But it's going to be last minute. You know that.
Yeah.
It's
But
last minute.
since
I'm getting better and better, right?
yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. So since we met, I feel like every week, every month, you get more productive. You get more things done.
I'm going to cry because it's so important for me. Like you saying that, you noticed.
But I mean, it's normal. You did a burnout, and like some people, it takes 10 years to get back to their full
Yeah.
productivity. Watch out for the cord. So I think like you did it in like a year and a half, and now you're super productive. You do things every day, and I can tell you're happier than the day we met.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, it helps to, I hate saying this because I've always been a night bird, but it helps getting up earlier.
What's earlier for you?
Well, I used
10
to
a.m.?
I used to get up at 5 p.m., 4 p.m. sometimes, like on my worst days. That would be so depressing. And then, but then
Wait, you would start your day at 5
you know
p.m.?
it, I was living with you. But like,
No, and it never was.
oh yeah,
5
yeah.
p.m.
Sometimes like 3 p.m. was like my earliest moment.
Oh yeah, I remember 3 p.m.
And now my worst moments is like 1 p.m. Like today I woke up at 1, but I don't feel bad for it anymore. Now I deserve it because having a dog makes you get up earlier and
I think it's okay to be like a night owl, and
it's not
Like, it's not for everybody to
good for
wake
my
up early.
brain. Like I'm like this. I always end up being a night owl, but I'm unhappy. And I am, and it's a challenge for me to get up in the morning, but I need that for my health.
but I think it's normal. I read a book by Matthew Hunter, and it's called Why We Sleep. And the
Do
book,
we have that book, by the way?
yeah, it's in the
Library.
library, the bookshelves.
The bookshelves.
Anyways, so the book is about sleep, and in the book he says that some people are early birds and some people are night owls.
We both are, by the way. We did not mention you, but you are a night
Yeah, I
owl.
also wake
so
up.
it's
like,
not
at 1
helping
PM.
me.
No, I wake up at like 12.
You wake
PM.
up early and you go to bed at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, and it's normal. Like in the book, he says that some people are night owls, some people are early birds,
Mm-hmm.
and he says that like 10,000 years ago, when we were living like in the forest or like outside,
Mm-hmm.
like during the night, we had to have someone who was awake all the time.
Oh, we both were like looking for her tribe for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So
sure.
if we were born like 10,000 years ago, we would be the one the
Yeah.
ones that would like just watch the people
I
sleep
can see us do that.
and protect them while they're sleeping, protect them from dangerous cats or like predators or other
Yeah.
tribes. And in the book, he says, if you're a night owl, you can't change it. It's part of your DNA.
I feel it. Like I mean, like you can force yourself to change it, but it's gonna be a challenge, like we do every day. Wake up with, well, also it's typical for ADHD people, but wake up with an alarm.
Yeah.
Every time I wake up, I want to like pass out. I just want to not exist anymore.
Yeah. Same for me. It's like my
It's
worst.
so painful.
I don't want to, like, if I wake up early a few days in a row, like, by the time I wake up, I just think about going to sleep.
It's gonna be a struggle for the rest of our lives.
It's not a struggle because we nailed it. Now we wake
Yeah,
up
now
at
it's
like
good.
12 p.m. And I
12
think
is
the biggest problem with 9 to 5 jobs is
they don't respect that.
exactly employers, they don't take that into consideration. And I think people don't realize that if you're a night owl, you can't change it. Like you're going to be a night owl for the rest of your life. And like I used to do 9 to 5 and I was exhausted all the time. Like all the time.
And you're a workaholic who works all the time. So that's surprising to hear that you were exhausted. Because
Yeah, because I can't do it. I'm not able to go to sleep early
And there's no
wake
shame.
up early.
for that whole year that I was doing nothing, I was so ashamed. Like I didn't see anyone because I was so ashamed. I needed help so much. And like I helped myself for sure. But you're so ashamed of it, but you shouldn't be. You could just say, I'm an artist, whatever. I'm a night owl.
But I think
it's a good...
I think people feel ashamed to say it or to be like this
Because
because society is not
Yeah.
made for people like this.
Yeah.
Society is made for employees, for people to work 9 to 5. And like school, the whole school education system, it's all made to create employees.
We're going deep, but I totally agree. And sorry if it's not what you believed in. But I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Philou is eating.
The dog is
What is he
eating
eating?
something and we're not sure what it is.
Oh, it's just plastic.
just plastic.
Poison.
Doesn't matter.
It's fine.
So what's your next steps? What are you looking forward to with your art career? Like how do you see yourself in like 5 years from now? Do you want to keep doing art? Do you want people to buy your own stuff, your paintings, your prints, your t-shirts, and someday like be a full-time artist? And
I'm a full-time artist.
I mean,
by
like,
the way.
do you want one day? Yeah, I guess
To create just my own
Yeah,
art.
exactly.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
like be your own, like be sustainable from your art.
Okay. For now, I change all the time. My mind will change, but for now, I love being in your shadow.
You're
I
not
mean,
in my shadow.
no, but what I mean is like I love creating stuff for you, for your brand, for Chessco, for Pop Art Cats. I love doing art and being with you. I love being your co-host. This podcast was a dream of mine. I've always wanted to create a podcast. I thought I was going to create one in French, but it doesn't matter. There's a part of me who loves creating stuff for you, and I love you having all the attention. I want to be like kind of like hidden. I want to be the co-host. Like you're gonna see in the other episode, I'm not gonna talk a lot. I want to be there, but I don't want to have the attention on me. I want to be part of this world. So,
But as crazy as it sounds, I don't like the attention. Like there's a reason why in my videos you don't see my
your face. Yeah.
I don't want people to like recognize me. I think like it's nice to make money from whatever you're doing,
it's not nice
But being famous is
yeah.
not that cool.
So yeah, we both don't want that. So right now I'm really happy with what we have, but I do think I don't work enough on my stuff. So I want to be, because right now I have all the energy to do everything related to you, your brand, to help you with t-shirts, packaging and stuff like this. But I want to have also more energy, and I want my body to be able to do other stuff than this, because the time, if you put it on a time frame, I have time to do my own stuff. I just don't have the energy. So I do want to develop tricks to have energy to do my own thing, which would be more t-shirt design, more merch, also paintings. I do want to paint in the future more. I'm painting right now. I have a project. I want to create more paintings.
What's your project right now?
I'm creating a Nickelodeon paintings, just comics. It's a huge painting. It's
40 by 40
40
inches.
by 40. Thank you. And this one's going to be epic. And I just want to create more things for my website, like more stuff that people can buy, more t-shirts, merch, stuff that I think people would want to wear. I want to create LGBTQ plus merch, inclusive merch, anything that people would be able to relate with. And that's what I see. But I don't want more than this. I think I'm so happy right now. I can't imagine another life. So right now, like, I'm so happy with what I do, but I do want to create more stuff for me. And it's coming.
So you want to sell your own stuff?
I'm selling my own stuff on my website, but I
You
have
want to live only from the stuff you sell? Because
Yeah.
Why? Like,
I don't know why.
you just want to see people like wear your t-shirts
Yeah,
or
it's-
put your art on their walls, or do you just want to do it for the money? Like,
Well,
doesn't
I'm going to
matter.
give you an example. One time I went to a pop-up shop from Quebec artist, and I saw this one particular artist, and he was selling, sorry, I'm so sorry. They were selling pins. And I was so happy to see their pins. They were inclusive. They were funny. It's like it was puns, and it gave me emotions, and I wanted to buy it. And when I wear it, I want people to see it, and I'm happy. And that's the emotion I want to create for other people. Like, I want people to be able to tell their opinion or their mood with my shirts. So, for example, if you're struggling with body issue and you want to like share a message that you want to people to accept themselves and practice self-love, you're gonna wear that shirt.
yeah. And
You know?
one thing I noticed about you when I met you is you really have a big heart, and you think about other people before thinking about yourself. And it's a really rare quality that we find in people these days. And yeah, I think you're a great person. So tell people where they can find your stuff.
Yeah.
Like, where can they buy your art? And yeah.
Well, right now it's on my website. Not everything is not there. I'm still procrastinating this. My website is not complete, but you can still buy some stuff on audrevini.com. So it's audrevini.com. Yeah. And I'm excited for our future. I think it's going to be crazier and crazier every year. Now I am lucky to be traveling with you and to create art with you, and we complete each other. I think I wouldn't be the person I am today without you, and probably it's the same thing for you.
Same for me. That's for sure. I mean, since we met, you've been helping me with like everything. And I feel like I like you as a person, but I also like you because like you help me do everything I do better.
as an artist.
Like you complete me.
Yeah, it's true. And like I think like on a scale of 1 to 100, you're like 90% my inspiration. Like you inspire me so much to create more.
What does it take for me to
like-
get the last 10%?
Just get rid of my ADHD.
I'll see what I can do.
No, for real,
I
you're
have,
helping me.
I know a doctor.
It's just like seeing your technique just made me realize that you could do that. Just like opened so many doors. Just seeing you creating and seeing you using different tool that other artists wouldn't use. Just like for you in your brain, there's so many possibilities. For me, those doors are closed. They used to be closed. Now, since I'm with you, everything's possible. Everything. Everything. Like, oh, you need to
That's
do
really
this.
nice of you.
But it's true. Like, it changed my whole perspective. And like, even if we were just friends, I think I would have been inspired by you. Even if I just like met you once, like you're so inspiring and there's so much more to discover about you. And that's why I love this podcast, because we're going to discover so many things about you and other people too.
Thank you. So I think, like I said, you're one of the most talented artists I've ever met. And I think you're going to become one of the most successful artists alive. And like, go give her a follow. I think she deserves a 10 million followers. 10 million followers. Go give her a follow. Guys, thanks for joining us today. And next time we're going to receive an artist and we'll both be the co-hosts.
Yeah, well, we'll talk less. We're going to have our person, our guest, talk about themselves more. Also, contest, I will give a free shirt. The contest will be posted on my Instagram. You can follow it and you will have the chance to win a t-shirt like this and other stuff, other
So
goodies.
go on her Instagram and you can win a free t-shirt from Audre. Go right now on her Instagram, Audre Vini. Thanks, Audre. Do you have anything else to say before we end this live?
I do.
It's not a live, this podcast. What is it?
I love you.
I love you too. All right, this is getting cringy. Sorry, guys. So I think we're going to end this podcast and just go and hug each other
Chessco Show.
Yeah.
and smile and
Thank you
love
for
each other.
listening.
All right, peace, guys.
Stay tuned.